Let's talk a bit about Tinder.
There are now 1,500 dating sites, but the one with a lot of buzz isn't really even a web page. It's a matchmaking app called Tinder.
I think people use it to like meet new people and like hook up or whatever. I don't know if many people use it to actually date.
Is Tinder a dating site? Is it a hookup app? What is it?
It's anything our users want to make of it.
Would it be not more accurate, perhaps, instead of calling it a dating app, to call it a hookup app?
This is shallow.
No, actually, I would go on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Hi, my name's Lucas Jackson. I'm 22 years old and I started using Tinder 4 years ago. Maybe 5.
How many dates do you think you've been on through Tinder?
I don't use it super frequently, but maybe 24. That's been on a lot of dates. I tend to have just like a lot of confidence in my everyday life and like in how I approach people, but it's that fake it till you make it kind of thing. Like, I'm always super nervous on the inside, so I actually have a really hard time approaching people at like bar settings or like in certain social situations. But Tinder actually just like gets you through the door, you know, and it's just like a sign of mutual attraction, and it just makes everything just a lot easier when it comes to dating.
So tell me a little bit about Cassidy.
Cassidy is a girl I met on Tinder about 2 weeks ago, and we hit it off because I had a really good opening line, because in her bio she said that the longest nap she's ever taken was 22 hours, and my first message was just like, 22 hours, those are some rookie numbers, you gotta pump them up. But no, Cassidy's really cool. We were going on a date in like 3 hours.
My name's Andrew, I'm 22 years old.
Do you use Tinder more for finding friends or for finding relationships?
I use it more for finding friends. Really, most of my really good relationships have been built off of a friendship, so that's kind of the way I plan to do that. I don't expect to find someone who I would want to dive right into a relationship with.
Do you think Tinder has a stigma of being a hookup app, and do you think it's true?
Yes, I do think it does have a stigma, but I don't think that it's entirely applicable to everybody on Tinder, because there's a lot of different people on Tinder using it for all different kinds of reasons. Just because one group of people is more vocal about saying it's a hookup app doesn't make it a hookup app, so to speak, so I personally never use it for that reason. I think I've been on about a dozen different dates with people over the last few years. I'm pretty sure it's not more than 20.
Speaking of all these Tinder dates, me and Cassie were going to meet up and go to the museum, but now she's like, hey, can I just drop my car off at your place so we only have to take one car? She's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. I guess we have to come back to my place after everything too then, huh?
What are you doing?
Gonna iron a shirt, but I'm waiting for my iron to warm up. I'm fine, I'm wearing you. Is it wrinkled at all? What do you think?
No, it's fine.
Please stop filming me.
My name is Katie. I am 22 years old. I started using Tinder like last year. I didn't really meet up with people that often. Like, I think I went on like one like Tinder like actual date, and like I was like short, so it was just like, yeah, it just like wasn't gonna work out. Like, we're friends on Instagram now, but yeah, we didn't go on another date after that. We didn't hook up. And then all my other experiences on Tinder have just been like hookups mostly. Like, I don't respond to a lot of messages, but when I do, like, I only respond to the messages that I would want to hook up with that person. Like, I'm not like, oh, I could date that person or anything like that. It's just like, oh, like, I would hook up with that person.
Do you think it's easier to use Tinder than meet someone in real life?
I think if you're like looking to like seriously date someone, it's easier in real life. Like, I've never like dated somebody that I met on Tinder. I just think like Tinder is more for like hookups, or like kind of like pointless in some ways, because they'll match with somebody and then like never talk to them. Like, I never respond to messages, so it's like if you're looking for like an actual like real relationship, I wouldn't like look on Tinder. I met the guy that I'm currently dating-ish in real life, not on Tinder. I don't know if he had a Tinder. I don't think I ever saw him on there. But like he's like friends of a friend, and then we went on like spring break together, and we like got along really well on spring break. And like for the first like few nights, it was like just us two there, so we like spent like all our time together, and we just like continued it after spring break. And here we are, Tinderless.
So Lucas, how was your date with Cassidy?
You want to repeat that one when I don't have a comb in my hand?
How was your date with Cassidy?
Probably turn off the music too, huh?
Hey Lucas,
Hey, what?
how was your date with Cassidy?
Which one?
The museum date.
It went really well. So it started off with the art museum. We were there for probably about 2.5 hours. After that, we went to a bar to try to play trivia. Walked away from there and went to Sugar Maple, which is a bar down in Bayview. Bought some beers and hung out for a few hours.
Did you bring her home?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that one. Stop! What is...
So, have you been using Tinder lately?
No. Ever since I went on a couple dates with Cassidy, actually the first date, actually just getting her phone number off of Tinder. I hadn't been back on. I don't know, just didn't really need to. Like, I try not to juggle more than one girl at the same time. Try not to juggle any girls because I'm not good at that. I'm just bad at doing that, and it's just douchey and just pretty shitty, so trying to be better.